A little while ago, a Reddit user by the name of The Living Theater posted an interesting idea on the Game Theorists subreddit. What if the new hosts of game theory, film theory, food theory, and style theory were Pokemon? Now, I absolutely love Pokemon, if you couldn't tell. If you couldn't tell. If you couldn't... Anyways, what you don't know is that I've been making my own Pokemon concepts for years. I've even made an entire region of my own, with over 100 new Pokemon, gym leaders, an evil team, etc. Maybe one day I'll post about it here on the channel, but for now, let's just say that I love making Pokemon. So when I saw this prompt, I did a Barney Stinson and said,
"Challenge accepted."
I'll link my Reddit post with the final results in the description, but keep watching, because I've made another Pokemon that I'll be showing at the end of the video, one that wasn't in the original post, so stay tuned for that. Also, I got the amazing Dark and Windy to draw all these Pokemon for me. Check them out on Twitter at Dark and Windy, and while you're there, follow me too, at Garansejo. Gotta love those shameless plugs. A few things before we begin. Firstly, while it would be easy to say, Tom, the game theory Pokemon, and give it the ability to theorize or whatever, I'm gonna be turning the hosts into actual believable Pokemon that could feasibly be in the next generation of Pokemon games. Second, just because I hate myself, I'm gonna fit each of the theorists' names into the names of their Pokemon. For some, like Tom, it'll be easy, but I'm dreading Santi. Now, without further ado, our first theorist host, Tom from Game Theory. Looking at the Theorist Wiki, which I'll be getting a lot of my information from, so I hope it's accurate, I learned a lot about Tom. One thing that I knew from before was that he's British, which anyone who watches the first few seconds of his videos will figure out pretty quickly.
Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory.
Another thing I remembered vividly about Tom was his less than conforming beliefs. The moon isn't real.
I mean, that's if you believe it's even there.
Oh, the moon?
Sorry, I had a conspiracy stuck in my throat. So I thought about animals that had to do with thinking outside the box, and I came up with nothing. So I decided to go the other way. What if Tom's Pokemon was controlling some very influenceable animals and making them believe his twisted ideas, like the moon being fake or FNAF lore being solvable? And that's when I came across lemmings. And yes, I know the story of lemmings following each other off a cliff is a myth, but if Game Freak can make a Pokemon based on the myth of the Yukiona, then I can make a Pokemon based on the myth of stupid rats. Also, lemmings are found in Europe, where Tom is from, and now that we have our animal, we need our concept. Of course, we already have the whole brainwashing thing, but it needs something that screams game theory. And what fits game theory more than dead kids and haunted spirits? A psychic ghost-type lemming that's possessed by a child's soul and controls other Pokemon with his telepathic abilities. That could work. So, here is the follower Pokemon, Unitoom. From Unity, United, United Kingdom, because British, Tom, and Tomb, a psychic and ghost type. Unitoom uses psychic powers to turn other Pokemon into its loyal followers that do its bidding mindlessly. Unitoom appears to be possessed by the soul of a child. If caught in the act, the soul will leave Unitoom, making it appear lifeless. I decided to add elements of opossums, since they're known to play dead, which fits with the whole not in control of his own body thing. The fur around its eye resembles a monocle, only fitting for the dapper Mr. Tom himself. Its abilities are punk rock, a reference to Tom's musical theater career, and contrary, again, cause Tom's ideas are a bit strange. It has the new move United Front, a 50 power move with 100% accuracy that does an extra 50% damage for every alive Pokemon in the party. Certainly powerful, but nothing too crazy. On to the next theorist host, Lee of Film Theory. Compared to Tom, there's not as much about Lee on the Theorist Wiki, but the thing that stood out to me was that his D&D class of choice is a Barbarian. That I can work with. Introducing the calm warrior Pokemon, Barbarlian. From Barbarian, Bear, and Lee, a fighting and psychic type. This Pokemon uses its sharp intellect and strong body to defeat predators and capture prey. Its long claws have been sought after in the past to make daggers. I decided to make Lee's Pokemon a grizzly bear, since I felt that bears fit well with the Barbarian class. Also, the pun writes itself. The gray fur on Barbarian's neck and shoulders are reminiscent of Lee's signature gray hoodie, as well as an armor piece worn by Barbarians. Its abilities are analytic, because MatPat has said in the past that Lee is the most detail-attentive member of the team, and fluffy, because, well, look at him. Lee just looks like a nice fluffy guy. It has the new move Strategic Blow, an 80 power move with 95% accuracy that does an extra 30% damage if the Pokemon moves last. And now, for the one I've been dreading, Santi. Making the Pokemon for Santi is simple enough, but the name is what I'm worried about. How the hell do you fit Santi into a Pokemon name? Well, I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it, because first up is the concept. Let's see. Santiago Massa, newest host, Argentinian, Chaos Gremlin, expert cook. Wait, Chaos Gremlin? I can use that! Let's make Santi a little imp creature that plays pranks on other Pokemon. But Santi is the host of the food channel, so I want to tie this Pokemon into food somehow. Lots of names have flower or fruit meanings, so maybe Santiago means something we can use. Well, that doesn't work. How does James fit into fruit? James and the Giant Peach! Santi's Pokemon is a little gremlin inside a peach that plays pranks on other Pokemon by throwing peach seeds at them. And to make it even better, peaches are grown in South America, where Santi is from! This is gonna be good! Here is the Peach Gremlin Pokemon, Santi Peach, from Santi, Santiago, Imp, and Peach. The back half of its name also sounds like in a peach. It's grass and fairy type. Santi Peach likes to play pranks on other Pokemon. It takes peach seeds and throws them on unsuspecting victims, then acts innocent and pretends to not know where the seeds came from.
The terrorists, they ran that way. It was a run by fruiting.
I decided to use a Pecha Berry as the fruit Santi Peach is in, instead of a regular peach, since Pecha Berries seem to be the Pokemon word equivalent, as seen with Pecharunt. Santi Peach being inside the peach with only its head and extremities sticking out is meant to resemble Applin, another Pokemon inside a fruit. It has the ability Harvest, because fruit, and Prankster, because you cannot tell me that Santi is not a prankster. I guarantee you Santi's the guy that puts sugar in the salt shaker and makes use of plastic snakes. Its new move is Peach Bomb, a 25 power move with 100% accuracy that hits 2 to 5 times, like Bullet Seed. But if it hits 3 or more times, Santi Peach's speed stat goes up by 1 stage, since Peach Peats are heavier than your average apple or watermelon seed, so throwing some of them away will lighten your load. Next up, Amy of Style Theory. The first thing I thought of when I thought of Amy was her cosplay. Amy loves cosplay, so I have to make her Pokemon based on an animal that's known for disguise. That's easy, a lizard. Next, another thing Amy is known for is her propensity for sharp objects, which, I don't even want to know where that came from. She also has a catchphrase among the Theorist crew, the equally unsettling, I will cut you. So, let's give this Pokemon a knife for a tail. Introducing the Sharp Tail Pokemon, Gekami, from Gecko, Camouflage, and Amy, a Dark type. Gekami uses its powers of camouflage to disguise itself as leaves on a tree, then it swipes at its prey with its sharp knife-like tail. If it doesn't recognize an object, it will cut into the object to learn what it is. It's based on the satanic leaf-tailed gecko, a fitting name, I know, which is known for disguising itself as a leaf, and its tail is sharp like a blade to fit with the whole I will cut you shtick. Amy likes cutting things, and Gekami likes cutting things. Perfect! It has the abilities Sharpness, because cutting, and Protean, because Protean changes the Pokemon's type, just like how Amy changes up her looks for cosplay. Its new move is Adaptive Slash, a 90 power move with 100% accuracy that changes its type to be super effective against the opponent's primary type. Now, while I could stop there, I felt like I couldn't make Pokemon based on the new host of the Theory channels without making one for the original host, so I'm also making a MatPat Pokemon. Since MatPat is like the dad of the Theorist channels, and actually is a dad himself, I wanted to turn him into an animal that values family. The first thing that came to mind was lions. Plus, this Pokemon will also pay homage to the true hero of the Theorist channels, CatPat. Also, I had to make this Pokemon a Psychic type. Matt is too intelligent to be anything else. So, here we have the Lion Pride Pokemon, Matrimol. From MatPat, Matrimony, and Mall. It's a pure Psychic type. Matrimol values family above all else. If anything were to hurt its family, Matrimol would not stop until the threat was destroyed. It uses telepathy to communicate with its family on a deeper level. Its mane is made of psychic energy, and its fur is red on top to resemble MatPat's classic red jacket. And of course, I couldn't have a MatPat Pokemon without that classic Game Theory green, so I hid it in the eyes. It has the abilities Adaptability, due to the wide range of topics Matt covered as host, and Parental Bond, in honor of his son Ollie. Matrimol's signature move is Filial Claws, a 100 power move with 95% accuracy that raises its attack by 1 stage. Definitely powerful, but MatPat deserves something a little broken. And finally, our new Pokemon, Ash.
We did it!
No, not you. Ash from GTLive. I got a few requests in the comments of the Reddit post to make an Ash Pokemon, so here we go. According to the lore of GTLive, Ash is a figment of MatPat's imagination. Technically, Ash is a figment of Miramat's imagination, who himself is a figment of MatPat's imagination, but that was too many figments for me to deal with, so suffice it to say, Ash is a figment of MatPat's imagination. Good? Good. So, if Matt's a lion, then it makes sense for our Ash Pokemon to be a cat too. Plus, Ash owns 2 cats in real life. And aligning with the whole figment of imagination bit, we can make Ash's Pokemon a ghost type, so it's like they're not real. Wait, ghost cat? Not real? Schrodinger's cat! For those who don't know, Schrodinger's cat is a thought experiment by Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger. If you were to put a cat in a box, then also put something that could kill the cat in the box, like a vial of poison, you wouldn't know if the cat were dead or alive until you opened the box. Thus, the cat is technically both dead and alive until the box is opened. This is the concept we can use for our Ash Pokemon. Introducing the locked box Pokemon, Ashfliction. From Ash, affliction, like a curse, and fiction, since Ash is a figment of MatPat's imagination and is thus not real. It's ghost and poison type. Ashfliction are born when a cardboard box filled with the remnant of good memories is abandoned. Ashflictions stay in their box during the day, only coming out at night. It is unknown whether Ashfliction actually exist, or if they are simply stories told to scare children. Ashfliction's design is based on cheetahs, who have dark marks around their eyes, referencing Ashfliction's nocturnality. Its poison type is a callback to Schrodinger's cat, since both a cat and a vial of toxins are placed in the box. It has the ability Clear Body, as Ash may or may not exist, and Rattle, since Ash will allegedly pass out when very scared. It has the new move Phantom Thief, a 70 power move with 100% accuracy that steals the opponent's held item, since a running joke about Ash is that they love to do crime. So, there we have it. What did you think of my Theorist host Pokemon? Let me know in the comments. And a huge thanks again to Dark and Windy for the fantastic artwork. But hey, that's all for now. See ya!